LoveLine.
LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. This is LoveLine. LoveLine. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. Tonight's guest, the host, fine between the two of them.
That grows and builds and burgeons.
It burgeons. It certainly does. I got some of that burgeon in my hamper.
Oh,
actually,
really?
Yeah.
I hope you saved some for me.
My two socks stick together, that burgeoning.
What were we talking about last night that was so funny?
Boopy.
Was it poo? Poo talk again?
Could have been poo talk. Probably poo talk.
Oh, I know. It was Snot Shot.
Snot Shot.
That's right. We had to keep that in mind.
Douche nozzle.
Douche nozzle, yes.
Yeah, Drew and I are... why don't we open that up? Because, you know, we were talking about the snot rocket.
Right.
And by the way, the average male over the course of a lifetime pushes out something like 36,000 snot rockets. Average female, 0.2. It's not even a full snot rocket.
Yeah, they don't seem to be into that in their range of behaviors.
Is something that females do not have in their vocabulary. Guys?
I've always said one of the most amazing experiences I had was when I walked into the early days of the Man Show, and you had your little setup there by Stone Stanley, and they had their own bathroom. It was
right.
That match was just getting going. And there's a latrine there, stand-up latrine, and two side by side, and in front of each, about 37 snot rockets right there, right in front, right where your eye hits the wall while you're standing there.
I can only claim 33 of them.
Yeah,
I don't know where the other four came from.
Wow, this is a bunch of guys.
Yeah, and you know, I would think like Sir Walter Raleigh probably blew a snot rocket if he was jogging back in the day.
Sure.
You know, all the great gentry of yore. I'm sure Einstein blew a snot rocket or two. Tony Randall,
Don Juan
probably blew a snot
Everybody.
rocket. They all blew snot rockets.
And we modified it. The snot rocket we decided was the all-inclusive term that needn't be modified, but yet we came up with something better.
Well, because all there was snot rocket.
Because it needn't think beyond that.
The guys in the boys in the band, Taking Back Sunday, pointed out Farmer's Hanky, but I don't know. That could be a sleeve or something.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
No. So Drew came out with Snot Shot.
Yeah.
Which is solid.
My favorite thing about it is just a slight shift of that little line.
The
there.
N and the H, yeah, and the alliteration, yeah. Solid Snot Shot. I reiterated my douche nozzle insult. A lot of people call people douchebags. You never hear about the nozzle part. That's the business part.
The working
douchebag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the part. That's the insulting part.
Yeah,
that's the part you want to stay away from.
Right, the bag. So what?
Call a guy a douche nozzle.
I call him a baggy.
It's perfect, by the way. For it's great for the construction site. It's great for work. It's great for all applications. Sports. You douche nozzles. Let's get back to work now. Quit effing the pooch. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Douche nozzle. And it's perfect for this sort of guy from Boston, Mass, or maybe the New York, the Queens, or the long douche nozzles. You can really just turn it into one long, crappy word. So we'd like to see people start using douche nozzle and Snot Shot.
Perfect.
In place of the snot rocket. Although I got to say, snot rocket is solid.
Yeah. You couldn't. I was surprised last night that I could come up with something even that measured up.
What percentage of women age 35 have performed a snot rocket?
Age 35 in their life?
By age 35, yeah.
1%.
1% formed a snot rocket. Yeah.
And by the way, part of the snot rocket is not like a chew and something comes out. It's purposeful. It's a purposeful movement.
Yeah.
You're producing.
Right. Yeah, no, it's volitional. You have to do it. You can't.
It's more than volitional. It's driven.
You can't
directed.
laugh while you're eating or sneeze or something.
No.
Part of the reason women don't get the snot rocket going, I think, is they don't get enough cabeza sweat. You get that head sweat going. It really prompts a snot rocket. Mm-hmm. You feel your forehead start dripping and the brows start mopping up. They start wicking up the sweat. And it's almost almost begging for a snot rocket. Women don't get that head sweat going, so thus no snot rocket. All right, you ready to rock?
Oh, there you go. Yes, let's go.
Nobody does. The ultimate snot rockets are boxers.
Oh yeah,
boxers would blast one. I mean, there's just probably many a journalist, many photographers been nailed. Many a celebrity sitting ringside has been blasted with a snot rocket.
Well, let's go on to a call. I'm going to step out and just vomit here. Okay.
Okay. Jessica.
Yeah.
You're 18.
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, what's up? I have a question. Last week, like around Friday or Thursday, me and my boyfriend had sex, and I started bleeding, but it wasn't like period blood. And I heard yesterday's question about anal intercourse, how it could cause a tear, and I want to know if because of a tear or what's another reason it could be that I was bleeding.
Just having sex can make you bleed. That's very common. Now, if you had torn, usually the tear occurs towards the backside there, and it hurts.
Yeah, it does hurt. It does hurt, though.
Oh, well, maybe it tore something. It's possible. Were you having sex for a long time?
Yeah, I have it. Yeah, a lot. And when I do, it's like painful.
All right, wait.
Take some sitz baths and give it a couple weeks rest. Come on.
Yeah, it's a sitz bath. Explain the
hot
sitz
water
bath.
that you sit in.
Yeah, just
sitz bath.
4 or 5 inches.
Yeah.
Put anything in there?
Nah.
Little salt, little snot rocket.
Snot rocket.
I mean, I didn't know. I was wondering if it was like the size or I don't.
It all's possible. But Jessica, we're speculating about things. Who knows?
Well,
you need a gynecologist to look in there and see what's going on.
How's the guy's size?
I'm a big boy.
And about the whole like.
All right, baby, hold on. What are you using for protection? A wet nap?
We don't use any.
Oh, shocking. I can't believe it.
I can always hear that no protection voice.
Yeah, we don't use any.
Okay, smart. Why? You're going to get pregnant.
No, I don't know. We've been together for a long time, so we don't really like worry about that stuff.
All right, so the bleeding may be pregnancy.
I'm convinced.
The bleeding could be pregnancy, very likely, or a tubal pregnancy. So it's something you need to get checked out immediately, okay?
Immediately?
Yeah. Hey, listen, Jessica.
Maybe throw a sacrifice into the volcano, guy. Maybe things will turn out okay.
What do you think? I mean, what's going on? Here's what I want to know. Do you consider yourself stupid?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, so why are you doing things that would lead other people to believe you were stupid? You just having sex, constant, frequent sex. Unprotected, you're going to get pregnant.
Leads to pregnancy. That's where pregnancies come from.
Yeah, I know, but he doesn't really eject,
I know. He finishes on the comforter like a gentleman, but that doesn't mean you can't get pregnant.
Yeah, I know that.
All right, so why are you doing that then?
What's going on? What are you doing? And here's all I'm saying.
You probably are pregnant. That's where the bleeding's coming from.
Phone is effed up, so I'm putting her on hold. But here's the deal, everybody. Do you value your life? And I don't mean do you care if you die. I just mean, do you value your life? It's not all about, life and death or wanting to beat cancer or wanting to, thwart a gunman. It's like, do you want a kid at 18 and a half? Do you want to live in poverty? Do you want to have to devote your life to another human while you're still essentially a child? Do you want to go to college? Do you want to travel?
Right.
Do you want to see things?
Forget all that.
How much do you value your life?
Right.
Yeah?
That's it.
That's heavy. Jessica?
I don't know, because it's happened before. I mean, we've been having sex for a long time. And
Jessica, stop. That is not an argument.
Jessica, are you retarded? Your argument of we've had sex a whole bunch, therefore without protection, therefore you can't get pregnant.
That is retarded.
I'd go for it if you're 43.
Yeah.
You're 18, goofball.
You're going to get pregnant, absolutely. Absolutely.
Jessica, you going to junior college or you're thinking about it?
So the whole point is I should just go get checked about the whole bleeding situation?
Yes, because you're probably pregnant.
You're
That's
probably
what the bleeding is, yeah.
But even though it's probably happened more than...
All right.
Oh, my God.
Go get checked, would you?
It's all that magical thing. Well, if I talk my way out of it, then that's not going to be the case. And
go get checked, and please get on some birth control, would you? And I don't know what your J.O. boyfriend is doing, but come on, buddy.
Does he have other kids? I wonder.
I don't know. Listen, everybody, you just don't get pregnant at 18. Why? Or at least want to get pregnant at 18.
Right. Don't do it with the crazy magical thinking.
Yes. Participate in your life. That's what I'm asking you to do. Go ahead. Be a participant. Drew seems to care more about what's coming out of you than you. That's what I'm saying. Sarah?
Mm-hmm.
You're 23?
Yes, I am.
What's up?
Basically, my sex drive has gone really down, really low.
Are you depressed? You sound depressed.
I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah.
All right. The phone lines are so effed up tonight. I can only hear every third word that comes out of everyone's mouth.
Really bad.
Everyone's
Chris,
just like,
seriously.
She just sucked on an ether rag.
And then we heard nothing.
Yeah. All right. Boyfriend's in jail.
No, let's try again with Sarah.
Really?
Let's put it to rest.
Well, I don't want to talk to her.
Then talk to Jeremy.
Jeremy?
Yeah.
All right. Sarah, you hang on. Jeremy?
Yeah.
What's up? 27.
Hey, Adam and Drew.
Oh, no way. That was hysterical.
That wasn't me either.
That was at his end.
Is this his end?
Yes.
How'd he do that?
I just hung up the phone.
No, that was me.
Oh.
We got a technical issue at this end, and I tried to fix it, and in doing so, hung up on him.
All right.
Well, very nice. Let's try Sarah again. Real quick. Line 1.
Yeah, I knew that wasn't him. Hold on. No, I don't want to talk to Sarah.
Oh.
Chris?
Yeah.
You're 20?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, I got a question for you, man. Oh, by the way, man, I love your show, man. Your show's awesome, dude.
Thanks, Chris.
Hey, I got a question, man. My penis, it curves to the left.
Mm-hmm.
I was wanting to know if that was a problem. If
You dress
so,
to the left? Is that just, do you notice that when you're in your tuxedo, or?
Yeah, all right. Well, how about having sex? Does it work?
I'm a virgin.
Ooh. I like the cut of your jib, son. Keep talking. Have you ever had any oral sex?
No,
I'll tell you one of the things I like about a curved penis is, you know when you're screwing with someone and you give them that BJ thing where you make a fist?
Yeah. Don't
do it to Chris.
Yeah, thank you.
Where you make a fist.
You put your tongue in your cheek.
tongue in your cheek and you go, ooh.
That'd be Chris. Chris.
If you're curved, you really actually can achieve that effect.
Right, yeah.
Nice.
You know, you see where your penis...
I got the picture.
I don't see where my penis ends up.
Yours gets past the lips, and that's about it, see?
I think I get past... I get to the middle part of the tooth.
Oh, good. It's good.
The tooth is about... it's a 30-second thing. I get about the middle section.
That's good.
I get about 6/4. I don't think I get actually back past that.
Right on. All right, Chris. Curvature is not a big deal as long as it doesn't have cause difficulty having an erection or cause your partner pain, which is another issue.
Mm-hmm.
But usually some curve, it's one way or another. That's why tailors ask you to which side you dress.
They do not.
They do. Oh, yes.
They used to. They don't ask you that anymore. I've been to the tailor. No one asks them what side you wear your dork on. Yours, well, for you, it's an issue.
That's what I'm talking about.
For me, I'm just, I just straddle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I guess that's why they don't ask.
Yeah, they don't ask. But you, Drew, it's an issue. Let's see.
Chris on hold.
Yeah, Chris. Oh, is he on? No, he's on.
It can be fixed. There are surgeries for it, but the surgeries shorten it.
Why are you a virgin?
Well, quite frankly, man, I'm a good-looking guy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, man, I just have, like, if I ask a girl to be my girlfriend, you know, I'd date them. You know, I've dated a whole bunch of girls. But, man, like on the fourth date or whatever, I'd ask them to be my girlfriend. They just, they kind of, like, make them.
All right. I get the
hell
point.
Was that? What is that? What was the point?
He was illustrating why they leave, I think.
Yeah.
Bogus?
No.
I didn't understand what he was saying.
You don't understand? He's doing the vowels. These Arkansas vowels.
Witch doctor.
You got to ask him where he takes these people on dates.
Chris, where are you taking everyone on a date?
Do what?
Where do you take these gals on the dates?
Well, I take them to the movies. I take them bowling. I go to their house.
Oh, you go to their house.
Nice. And what happens on the fourth date?
Chris?
Yeah.
What happens on the fourth date?
Well, we laugh, you know. I mean, we hang out and everything like that. You know, we kiss and everything like that. Everything's all cool. But whenever I ask, you know, then they just kind of turn it away. I don't know if maybe they're scared, you know, they don't want to be with anybody or what.
Here's the thing, Chris.
I understood about as much about that statement as the vowels.
Here's the thing. Women, 20-year-old women are, man, they're, okay, let me say this, Drew.
Okay, here we go.
Let's talk.
Right.
Can we talk?
Yeah.
Everybody talks about women, how they want to be treated, what women want, what women like. They are talking about 35-year-old married women when they talk about show her affection, give her flowers, make her feel precious and pretty. Tell her, that's all the crap the wife wants you to do in year number 9 of marriage. 19-year-old chicks, totally different animal.
You're right.
And people need to know there's a set of rules for dealing. It's like this. There's a set of rules. You write a book to deal with adolescents, or you'd have one to deal with adult psychology. It's not, yes, they're both human beings. It's a different person. It must be approached totally differently.
Yes, agreed.
And they don't do this with women. Women at 17, 18, 19, completely different beings than they are at 33, 35. Okay?
Yep.
So, 19-year-old chicks, when you start spilling your guts to them, that's a turnoff. That's a deal breaker. That freaks them out. You find yourself a 33-year-old chick who's divorced twice and has 3 kids. You start laying it out to her. You begin to receive oral halfway into that speech, and that's with the kids in the car. Oh, yes. Drew, I was one of those kids. Okay.
I'm sorry.
The point... No, don't apologize. I learned some valuable techniques.
Okay.
The point is do not treat the 18-year-old chicks like that. I'm sorry to say it, but you know, saying how much fun you've had over the last 3 dates and how serious you are about them and how much you think about them and all that does not work. You can't freak them. You have to play it cool. I'm not saying you have to BS completely. Just know the rules of the game and play it that way.
You're right. Good point.
And I don't know, what do you do on that 4th date? Do you leave them hanging a little bit? You know. I mean, it's really.
Well, the problem is Chris is the nice guy, so he's already
the nice
handicapped.
guy. So he's
already in trouble.
Yeah.
But the fact that he had 4 dates means that there could be something coming. But the last thing they want is any sense of I don't know, what do you want to do?
Yeah, and a little desperate, clingy, grabby.
Yeah. And this is not about a curved penis.
No,
not. He's trying to make that the case.
No, this is.
Yes, he is.
No, yeah, I know, but this is not about a curved penis
at all.
About asymmetry in the sack.
You mean his scrotum?
Scrotal symmetry. Coley?
Yes.
27?
I am, gentlemen. Dr. Drew, Adam, love you guys.
Love you.
Adam, I had a question. You touched on attack crows. I wanted to know, as president, how would you use them? Would you use them for offense or defense? And who would have them? Would you dish them out to celebrities? Or would you sick them on certain people?
All of the above.
Well, here's what I've been saying for many years. And by the way, my ideas come to fruition. There's no doubt about it. I used to talk about the dogs that sniffed for cancer and sniff for venereal disease.
Then pow.
Those days are here. There's many things I've invented. The condom loader. Even
the word
like
pow.
Even the word pow didn't exist before me.
We found out it meant something like, you go in Hawaiian or something.
Here's my point. The attack crows. How do these work? Okay. Crows are super smart and they're super mean. One thing people don't know about birds is they're mean. People think birds are your buddy. Birds are like flying dinosaurs that hate you.
Right.
They have a brain the size of your fingernail, and all they want you for is food. And you don't believe me? Get yourself a pet bird. Feed it, love it, clean it, take care of it for 9 years, and then reach into its cage and see if it doesn't try to bite your thumb off. That's how birds are. They make tons of noise. They're stupid and they're primitive. And all they want to do is F with people. They love it. I mean, if you ever had a cat that went out and screwed with a blue jay's nest or something like that, he'll be dive bombed for the rest of his kitty career. Crows are crafty and they're mean.
Smart.
And they're smart. And I see them sitting up on the trees. First off, they're black. That's a good, scary color. And they're loud. And all they are is feathers and talons and beaks, and they come flying at everybody. And here's all I'm saying. You could train them to be your posse. You could train them to be your security crew. You could train them. Police forces could use them.
Yep.
So here's how it works. There's some scenario where some crazy gunman is waving, or guy's got a gun or a knife and he's waving it around. You don't want to send the police dog in. And the police dog, by the way, the guy can kind of deal with. Send in the attack crows. 8, 12 crows flying, wings flying everywhere, coming down, dive bombing the guy's head. No choice but to drop your weapon and just run flailing. Nothing you can do. And here's the deal, too. Send in a couple attack crows. So what? The guy takes a shotgun and takes 3 of them out. Big
Nobody
deal.
cares.
I wanted them dead in the first place. Easy to train, smart, mobile. And you know how they fly, Drew?
How?
As they fly.
As the crow flies.
As the crow flies.
Wow.
Here's what it is. You get it.
So they'll get from one place to the next.
As the crow flies. So be right there. They just land on the parapet of the building and they just hang out. Now, you get personal security crows. They just fly with you. They recognize your car. Maybe put a little piece of rainbow tape on the roof of your car, something reflective. You know, they like shiny stuff.
Sure.
Train them a little bit. They follow your car around. If you live in a town like Los Angeles or Manhattan, they just follow you around. You go into the building for a little business, they just land. They just wait there on the stoop, and then you come out and they're flying again. Anyone F's with you? Pow! They just
they're
come
waiting out there
sailing
making
down
that weird noise. Like,
yeah, the weird cluck noise.
Yeah, clucking noise.
And then you're going down the street, some guy tries to carjack you or shake you down or something, or maybe it's just maybe it's an old business manager you don't want to deal with or something. They just come sailing down on him, and they're screaming and they're cawing, and it's just claws and beaks and black feathers everywhere.
One day it'll be, crow. Is that your crow?
Yeah. I mean, this would work. Yeah. And everybody should have. The president should have attack crows. All police forces should have attack crows. And anytime there's a hostage situation or barricade situation, send in the crows. Yes?
Yes.
Coley, what do you think?
Could you do the same thing with bees, though?
No,
bees aren't. No. Crows are smart.
Crows are smart, and crows are mean.
Bees are sort of neutral.
Like if you said to a crow, listen, you see that black guy over there holding the knife? We need you to it'd be like done and done. They love it. They love to jump on people's heads. They love to screw with people. Yeah. And not that there's not white criminals either. That's not what I'm saying. It's just this in this scenario.
And the one you just saw.
The one I just saw. Happened to be a black guy holding the knife. Okay. There's a white guy holding the knife too. We'll get him later. The point is crows they hate people. I really hate them.
Quick question.
They're buzzing around my neighborhood. They don't even like other birds.
I know that. Other birds don't like them. See those mockingbirds going after them all the time.
Birds are hateful creatures. Nobody knows how hateful birds are.
All right, real quickly. Ernie, 28?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah, not much, guys. What's going on?
What's going on?
We got to go to break, Ernie. What's going on?
Just a quick comment. When I go to the tailor to get my suit fitted, he asked me what side that I hang on.
Really?
And, the reason why they do that is because I hang on the left, that they'll compensate for it so it doesn't look like I got a bulge on the left-hand side. You know what I mean? So the seam, so I guess he moves the seam over, or like the way he tailors it just, I guess, a little bit.
You mean they don't just ask it for their own amusement? They actually have a purpose?
I see. Just doesn't want to know what size your penis. Otherwise, I guess when you went in to get a brake job, they would ask you where your penis was. Just whatever it is. Yeah, I want to get my library card. Yeah. What side do you dress there? I'd like to check out a ball to play with in the park. What side do you dress in?
Oh, sorry. No lefts here. Sorry. Sorry.
We understand there's motivation for it. I tuck mine. I tuck mine between my stuff. Yeah, I can do the fruit bowl. All right, so here's the thing, everybody. I've been to the tailor, I think, twice in my life. He didn't ask me how I dressed. Maybe a good tailor can spot how a man is dressed.
In fact, the first time I was asked, I was like, "What?
Do you know?"
And immediately I went through a little sort of
do you know?
Terminator-like, left. A little Terminator-like scenario in my head, like, what does not compute. What's he talking about? Then I just thought, oh my God,
how do you dress? He just said, "How do you dress?"
To which side do you dress?
Oh, really? Do most guys know? Chris, do you know what side of your pants you wear your junk?
No, and I've never been asked.
I know, but you got to go to a tailor. You go to you shop like the Baby Gap. Come on, buddy.
Yeah, they don't ask me there. I don't know.
No, they don't ask at the Mervin's outlet store. They don't ask you about that.
Okay, I'm smart.
All right, buddy. Sorry. That was an attack. I was attacking because I've never been asked, and I've been to the tailor. All right, let's take a break, Drew.
All right, here we go.
When we come back,
let's try Sarah.
We'll try Sarah again. Sarah, hang tight, baby. We'll be back after this.
1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine will be right back.
The one and only Live 105.
Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. LoveLine, y'all. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. You know, Drew, it's not like me to complain, but let me say this.
No, not like you at all. Oh, my goodness.
As I was looking out my window today during a driving rainstorm out here in Southern California, and I noticed all the sprinklers going off on the hillside in front of me, the city sprinklers, the big just going while it was driving rain, and I thought to myself, you a-holes haven't figured out that rain sensor. Not figured that one out. Yeah. And then I thought to myself, and by the way, everyone, there's a device, cost $18. You can get it at Home Depot. It interrupts the, will not put the sprinklers on, the automatic sprinklers, when it's raining. I have one. It's easy. Been around for 35 years. Not going to do one. Even though all we ever hear is we live in a desert and it's a drought, you got to conserve water. They just have that, have those sprinklers going full bore, rain or shine. And since it's been very evident lately because there's been so much rain. And I think to myself, well, the city just technologically is not up to the challenge. And then I think to myself, wait a minute. Remember those intersections they have where they have 15 cameras set up with huge strobe lights, and if your car breaks an invisible laser beam, a hummingbird's fart after the signal turns yellow, they hit your car from about 9 angles, and 2 weeks later you get a picture of yourself behind the wheel, close-up of your license plate, close-up of the VIN number of your car, and the time and the date and the intersection. That seems like a fairly tall order from a technological standpoint, wouldn't you say?
Endless energy for the tickets.
Endless energy for raping the populace. Yeah. No problem at all. Now,
Conservation, zero,
and wasting our money because we're paying for the water that they're spraying all over the field that's already dying because it's been soaked torrentially over the last 3 months. No problem there. It's all about raising money, nothing about saving it. And that's all you need to know, everybody. There you go. There's nothing we do more efficiently in this godforsaken city than traffic stuff. All that, no problem. Your bumper hanging 3 inches onto a red curb, you'll get a ticket. You won't be able to run inside of the dry cleaners, grab your crap, and run out without having a ticket. You want to get the Department of DWP over the house, or you want to, that's 2 weeks, that's an appointment, and that's a window between, that's a 9-hour window. Think about that. Mm-hmm. Think about what motivation is, even for the city. City, well, man, when it comes to raping... When it comes to raping their populace and taking the money out of their pocket, they're right on top of that game.
Seems to be true of any city.
All cities.
You thought it was just Rape Bank.
No, it's not just Burbank, or as we know it, Rape Bank. They're not just the only... I mean, they've perfected shaking down and raping their citizens.
They're unabashed.
Unabashed about it. Yeah, it's a full-time job over there. Other cities get involved with other parts of crime prevention, stuff like that, but they're just all about jaywalking. But the point is they have endless resources and endless technology and endless motivation for stuff like this, stuff that raises revenue, and they become caveman retards when it comes to water conservation. And by the way, they run PSAs telling you to conserve water. What are you supposed to do? I'm watching the sprinklers go off.
Imagine what they spend on those too.
Yeah, yeah. I watch the sprinklers go off in torrential downpours. Yeah, kiss my ass. Oh, what are we going to do, Drew? I got to run for something. I got to straighten everybody out.
Yeah, political career ahead for you.
Oh, Sarah.
Yes?
23? Oh, yes, you. What's up?
My sex drive has gone down quite a bit, and I'm having trouble also having orgasm.
Are you Mormon?
Yes, I am.
Are you on medication?
I am on Premarin.
That's it. No antidepressants. What are you on Premarin for?
Isn't that pregnant mare urine?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
That's where it came from.
I'm on.
Let me just say something. If you're going to make if you're going to make a medicine out of a pregnant horse urine,
Premier.
How about you just call it Prolexicol? I would just call it the good nothing stuff.
Right.
Did you have to say what it's made out of? We need pregnant horse urine?
Premarin.
Pregnant mare urine?
Premarin. There you go.
Why?
Tie it all together.
I know, but don't do it.
Hey, listen, all the drug names are made up.
This one has horse tinkle.
I'm just saying. There's no rhyme or reason to why they make up the drug names they make up. They just test them and they go, oh, people like this one. Let's go.
Call it pixie dust or something.
Literally, some guy probably sat there and made up 50 names, tested them, and that's the one that came out.
But this one isn't that made up. This is pregnant mare urine. I'm just saying,
if you were the guy making stuff up, you go, let's try this.
Yeah, I know. It just you're eating your horse wee-wee, Sarah.
Anyway, why are you taking Premarin? You're a young woman. That's for postmenopausal women. What's going on?
Well, they checked my prolactin. My doctor did, and my prolactin was pretty high.
How high?
And they also...
How high was your prolactin?
I think, isn't normal like 20?
Yeah.
I think mine was like a 35.
Well, that can be from taking opiates or medication or lots of different
Mormon.
things.
She doesn't take
But then,
thyroid conditions. What?
And then they checked my hormones too, and my hormones were really off. Really, really off.
What does that mean? What was off?
Like they're not what they should be.
Did you have an MRI of your brain?
I went to go get an MRI, but I was allergic to the dye.
How about getting one without the dye?
I got one without the dye, and it came out normal.
So this is not a prolactin secreting tumor, they think.
They put dye in your brain?
Your blood.
No, they inject it into you.
Yeah. But they don't think this is a prolactin secreting tumor, because prolactin secreting tumors can turn off your sex drive too. Very commonly in men, it really shuts down testosterone.
Yeah.
But that's prolactins in the thousands usually.
All right.
30 is sort of...
Well, how are you getting along with your husband?
Pretty good. I mean, well, it's not necessarily my husband. I mean, I've never been able to have orgasms while having sex.
All right.
And I'm sure that has a lot to do with while being sexually abused, but I can't.
Whoa. Okay. Now, just being depressed, you can have a high prolactin level.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So there you go.
All right. How about the little therapy for the abuse?
I could do that, but this just barely started to occur. I'm saying, like, I
then forget it.
Myself an orgasm.
Oh, they just start up the sexual abuse?
No. The orgasms just barely started not being able to happen.
Oh, okay. So you could have an orgasm with intercourse before.
No.
Not with intercourse before, with masturbating.
Oh, okay. Sarah, do you have kids?
I do.
All right.
On their behalf.
On behalf of them, they need a mommy that's intact emotionally.
You got to get some work done.
Get some help. You were abused.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
And you're getting depressed now too.
Yeah.
You have this is what's called psychomotor retardation. There's like cognitive delays. Like,
right. Okay. Here's the thing. Everybody, I had a depressed mom. It's horrible. Depression freaks kids out.
Yep.
You're better off just having a parent with polio who's in a good mood. 1,000 times better. I know it sounds melodramatic, but depressed parents is
scary.
Freaks kids out.
You feel like you're left alone.
It's a bummer. Yeah. It's weird. They lock themselves up in their rooms. They're always freaked out all the time. It's horrible.
You feel responsible. You feel out of control.
I swear to Christ, better to have a parent with just 1,000 other afflictions. So you are abusing your kid, and I know it sounds
inadvertently,
yes,
but it is abusive. Yeah,
I'm telling you, Drew.
Yeah.
Would you rather have, if you had to grow up again, would you rather have a sort of perpetually depressed parent, mother, whoever, or one that gave you a good smacking down once a month?
I guess the smack. Yeah.
You take the smack.
Yeah.
At least there's some good times.
Right. In between, you can recover maybe.
Yeah.
With the depressed mom, you never get to restore.
Everything's weird. Everything's like, don't even try. All right. So you're depressed. You're going to freak your kids out. Go get some help. You're abused. All right. Where are we going, Drew? Over here?
You're taking Premarin. Clearly, you should be seeing an endocrinologist. A primary care person should not be putting a 23-year-old on Premarin.
How do they? How do they figure out the pregnant mare urine? What's that do? What's it got? Hormones in it?
Yeah, estrogen.
It's got estrogen in it? The Whiz has estrogen. They whiz out estrogen?
Conjugated estrogens, yeah.
What about pregnant women? They whiz out estrogen?
I think so, yeah.
We should get a sieve in the toilet.
Sure.
Collect that estrogen.
What do you do with it?
None of your beeswax. But believe you me, just like my tack crows, I got plans. All right?
That's what I'm saying, all right.
Maybe I'll have my tack crows drop estrogen on these thugs that are holding people at knife point. All of a sudden they start producing breast milk. Ooh. They get soft. They start crying. They want to see Oprah. You know what I mean?
Watch we.
Oh, my wife forced me to watch the Dog Whisperer on Oprah tonight.
No,
he is just gayer than old Perry. And he's like, your dog, he's not a human. You cannot. It's like, are you kidding? Who buys this crap? Oprah's up there with her dog. If Oprah could spring a penis and F herself, she would die a happy woman. It's like, Oprah just bathes in herself on it. Just bathes. She just basks in her own glory. She just sits there and it's like, tonight, an hour on my dog. And then she films herself doing really boring stuff that her stooge audience just erupts at.
It's almost
she
like a
talks about how she is, and
a royalty type
thing. She attempts to be funny most all the time, and is rarely witty at all. She's sort of. She's created this Emperor's New Clothes thing because her audience of just seals just erupts every time she says anything in a certain pitch. It doesn't even have to be funny. She just raises her voice. Hey, everyone, this is the joke cadence. This is the joke sound. I'm going to raise my voice up so you guys, that's your cue to laugh. She just indulges herself with her sort of whimsical stuff. She's got some poodle, and she wants everyone to know it, and she wants into the dog, but she's just like all of us because the dog thinks she's the princess of the house. And then some fairy comes around and whispers at the dog and tells you a bunch of crap you already know. And that's about it.
Did you abuse your wife?
I beat the crap out of her.
Did you just tell her? Did she have to listen to you for an hour?
What are you doing? The woman has a magazine. It's been 5 years. There's been 60 issues of this magazine. She's been on every single cover. She's not been on 58 covers of the 60s. She's been on 60 of 60. She's on her cover of her magazine every single month. She just sits there and basks in herself. She just rolls in her own stink. And you guys just lap it up. If there was a male version of this, and maybe there is, maybe it's Dr. Phil. It's like, hey, blowhard, pack up your fat, bald ass and get the F off the TV. No guy wants to see Dr. Phil. Guys see Dr. Phil and they're like, oh, what a blowhard. Chicks watch him. Somehow chicks love it when you just roll in your own ass.
What is that?
I don't know, but guys, if you want to get in you want to get the pants of chicks when you're 21, or they're 21 and you're whatever, just walk around and roll in your own stink. Don't try to be nice. Don't try to, where do you want to go to dinner? No.
Oh, I have none of that.
You act like Oprah. You tell them whatever you're doing is the most interesting thing there could be. You're the smartest person on the planet, and you know exactly where to eat, and they all just buy into it. The more you love yourself, the more they love you. That's what it is. Chicks have that gene. They see Oprah in there, just an hour of her sitting on the sofa trying to smell her own farts, and they're like, oh, my God, I love this person. Guys see it, and it's like, sweetie, get a hold of yourself. You're not that great. You got a big ass. You're not nearly as funny as you think you are. And everything you seem to do just seems to come right back to you. I mean, everything, every charity, everything you launch, everything, it's just so you can put your name on the front of it. Guys don't buy into that crap. Guys see Dr. Phil and Oprah, and we get sort of, I get like, my skin crawls a little. Like, I don't want to watch someone doing the crap for an hour. Yeah. Chicks see it, and they just get in line.
Hey, Adam,
they're like Pied Pipers.
You forgetting that Drew was on Oprah?
Drew, what happened?
I don't know. I'd go on it again.
Benedict Arnold.
No.
Benedict Arnold. Chris, you know who Benedict Arnold is? No. Benedict Arnold.
Chesapeake Bay? No.
All right.
I agree with you. But when I did it, she was sort of going through the motions, though.
I ain't saying she's not good, but she just sits up there like.
Well, I'll tell you what happened to me is that I started talking, and no, we'll have none of that. Mm-hmm. And then she hung me out to dry. Mm-hmm. We'd get a subject to say something. She'd go, well, what do you think? Kick back like that, like, all right, smart guy, go ahead. And I went, all right, well, here I go.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, you're sort of hung out to dry.
Yeah.
You know,
here's all I'm saying. Oprah, first off, thinks she's about 1,000 times funnier than she is, or let's forget about funny, wittier, or even more interesting than she is. I've seen her show. It's like I've never written down anything she said or thought, wow, that's provocative. That's interesting. I never thought of that. Number one. Number two, she's not a model. She's on the cover of every single. She comes out with a magazine, puts her name on it, and then every single issue is devoted to her. Women buy into that. If there was a dude version of that, we would give him one of those prison cot beatings with the soap pillowcase. Yes.
Yeah.
Why do women dig that? But let me tell you something, guys. At least understand what you're dealing with if you're heterosexual, and get up on that stage
and love yourself.
Dress to the left and parade that basket out and love yourself. Yeah.
It's a little bit of that bad guy stuff that they like so much in younger males.
Yeah, you're obsessed.
Yeah.
Obsessed with yourself. They love it.
As one of my patients said once, it's I'm not much, but I'm all I ever think about.
That's right. Well, chicks love that. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back after this.
Dude, you got issues.
Call LoveLine.
1-800-LOVE-191.
The one and only Live 105.
Through the Grim Reaper of phone calls hanging up on everyone tonight. Come on, buddy. Drew, what's the matter with you? A little angry?
It could be.
Attacking everybody all the time? Come on, buddy.
Could be.
This TV stuff has really gotten to you. Josh?
Yes, sir.
25?
Yes, sir.
What's happening?
Oh, whole bunch of nothing.
Yeah.
But, how you gentlemen doing?
Just do it! All right. See, Drew, see what happens? We could have talked to Angel. Her boyfriend's in prison. Go ahead, Josh. Here we go now, buddy.
All right. So, I had a question about, I don't want to say the wrong thing because last time I got halfway through my story and I got cut because
There we go. All
right, there you go. Natalie.
Hi, yes. I had a question.
Yeah.
My boyfriend's mother's been doing cocaine for 14 years. And we recently found out.
Boyfriend's mom.
Yeah.
You just found out? They had no idea? 14 years of cocaine, no idea?
They hid it from him because his parents got a divorce, and we found out the reason why they got a divorce was because of the cocaine usage. And she would always go away. Well, she's been recently doing it inside the house and basically underneath his nose.
Ooh.
And I want to know how we could do an intervention because she's actually been to the hospital and died before, and they brought her back. And she still won't admit she's doing it.
Has she been treated for addiction before?
No.
Never been treated?
So she's actually doing the coke in the house. She's not doing it out on the roof? Yeah, I used to do blow on the roof, but, if it gets windy.
What are you going to do?
Exactly.
She'll go right into the neighbor's yard.
Are you, is she smoking the cocaine or snorting it?
She started out snorting it, and now she's smoking it.
She's smoking it in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Bad times. And your boyfriend is how old and living at home?
He's 22.
Dude, it's time for him to get out of the house, number one.
He's actually signing an apartment.
Okay. Does she have resources to get treatment?
Well, she's on disability because she's had back problems, and that's why she started doing it.
Oh, no. She's just an addict.
Yeah, she's a drug addict. Yeah. Is she taking opiates, too, in addition to cocaine?
Not as far as I know.
All right. So she does not have any insurance. Yeah, it's going to be hard to get her treatment.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to find some sort of county-funded bed. You have to find a treatment center near you. Most of them will have interventionists that they work with. If she's interested in treatment, you can kind of send a balloon up and ask her if she's ever interested in getting some help for what she's doing. Maybe she'll say, yes, let's go. I'm ready to go now, and find a place to take her. Call local psychiatric hospitals and see what their referrals are for addiction medicine treatment.
That's a good city to get strung out in without insurance, Drew. Because I'm thinking I'll raise a family there.
Where you get strung out? I don't know.
Not me, but if I have a couple of kids, there's a good chance one of them will be a junkie.
Yeah, different states and different counties run it differently. In California, it's awful.
It's awful.
Ugh.
Why is everything so bad in California?
I don't know.
What's good in California?
The ocean.
I know, but what's good that the government does?
No.
Here's the point. Is New York better than California?
I believe it is, yes.
Is Michigan better than New York?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, are there good, what is a good place? A Bay Area?
No, that's California.
Well, I know it's California, but, they have local.
There are places that have county-funded treatments and state-funded treatments, and some places take the, the equivalent of Medi-Cal here is Medicaid, and they'll take those kinds of treatments for give people extended treatment sometimes.
First thing to do is to talk to her,
confront her a little bit and say you're interested, and maybe she will be. Call a local psychiatric hospital, see what they recommend, do a little research.
I think your boyfriend's got to get out of that house first, because that's going to be a disaster.
And she has to be prepared to go somewhere for a while. She's going to need for a 14-year cocaine addiction will take months to treat, even begin to treat.
How do we know it's 14 years? The ex-husband?
Yeah, he noticed it when she started going out to bars and stuff and leaving my boyfriend at home when he was a young kid.
Mm-hmm. This is all kinds of, who knows what this real story is.
It could just be alcohol, too.
Yeah,
she's into everything. And look, everybody, Drew, what percentage of people that are on disability for back problems should be on disability for back problems? 5%?
No, more like about 30%, I bet.
30? Make it 20. I think I could get 80% of those people back in the workforce. Not operating heavy machinery, but put them on a computer. Yeah? Jesus Christ. All right. Let's go ahead and do that intervention.
Yeah, find an interventionist. They can be kind of expensive sometimes, but you find a facility that's going to be treating her.
How much is an intervention?
Oh, it can be thousands of dollars.
Sometimes. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I could get you that intervention for $800-900. I know guys who
you do it yourself?
I start by coming into the house with a shoulder roll. It's real SWAT action. We'll take ourselves a little break. We'll be right back. Drew, remember that one?
I hear it, yeah.
There you go.
There it is.
All right. After this.
All right, guys, here's the deal. Looking to hook up? Call the Dateline. Sick of wasting time with the wrong person? Call the Dateline. One call's all you need to make. Call the Dateline. 1-877-889-DATE.
If you need help,
call LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191.
All right. Anderson, can I get a witness over here or what? Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew over there. Drew's doing a TV show. I think it's really, really gotten to him.
That's true.
Are they driving you nuts over there?
Of course.
Why don't they listen to you, Drew?
Why don't you listen to me? See, that's the problem here.
Look,
it's the same problem I'm having during the day.
Listen, Drew and I were arguing because he hung up on a boyfriend's in prison call, and I love prison calls.
There it is.
Another one.
There she is. That's her.
Oh, that's her. It's Angel.
Yeah.
All right. Now, listen. Here's the thing, Drew. You can't pout and make this a bad call. If it's a good call, it's a good call.
Yeah.
Angel?
Hello?
What's happening?
22.
Angel, number, I'm trying to think. My 1 to 10 white trash names.
Can I talk to you about it?
Yeah, hold on. We got Cammie. We got Tammy. We got, what's the?
Well, Angel, it's just never an angel.
No, so
that's the irony.
Angel, I'd say 80% of chicks named Angel have a teardrop tattoo.
In our caller base, yeah.
Just in general.
Yeah.
Never a hot chick named Angel is a virgin. It's always a chick in and out of the joint. Got track marks in her knees.
Or it's a guy.
Ooh. Angel?
Yes.
All right. So you're 22.
Yes.
Calling from Idaho.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your boyfriend's in jail?
Well, he's kind of my boyfriend, but he's not my boyfriend right now. We broke up a long time ago, but we stayed together.
Mm-hmm.
And, we had sex, about a month ago. And
How do you do that? How do you do that? He's in jail.
No, he went to jail, 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
So, about a month ago, we had sex, and we didn't have protected sex or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And, I had my period 2 days later, but, I haven't had mine this month. It's, a week late.
Right. Mm-hmm. Get a pregnancy test.
Mm-hmm. Is it possible, though, to have your period?
Yes, it's possible. Yes, it's possible.
Why? Why is it possible?
It's possible.
All right, but it's not...
Not likely, but it's possible.
But not likely at all, or...
Well, it was
possible. It's the bleeding could have been anything. Could have been just something stimulated by the sexual activity. It might have been...
Angel, did you use any kind of birth control?
No, nothing. No protection of any kind.
It's possible that she ovulated around the time of her period. That can happen. That's
she
possible.
said no protection of any kind?
That's what she said.
Angel, what are you, retarded? You got a guy's going into jail and you're just having unprotected sex with him?
Yeah, kind of like that.
The phone lines are screwed up tonight.
It's kind of
all right, what's the matter? Do you have another kid?
Yes.
I do have a kid already.
What? We should put some sort of collar on you. You're like an animal. What are you doing? What's going on with this other kid? Who's the dad of this other kid? Same guy?
No, different guy.
Different guy. All right. Are you stupid?
He ran off. I don't know where he's at.
Why don't you get a pregnancy test?
I don't know. I'm afraid, okay. I guess. I don't know.
All right. Well, that's what you need to get, right?
I didn't know that it was possible.
Listen to me. You had sex with him. You had unprotected sex with him before you knew that period stuff was coming. So don't give me that crap. You already have one kid from some guy who's God knows where, probably in the joint too. What is your plan? Jesus Christ, sweetie. Come on now. Get it together. And what's this guy going in the joint for?
Well, he's just in jail, and he'll get out here soon enough.
No, he's not in the joint, just in jail.
Oh, he's in jail.
How dare you?
He got into some trouble.
Oh, wait. Oh, Adam, take that down. Take that down. Hold on a second, Angel. We're getting notes here.
Got into...
She's saying the joint is prison, and that's like...
Right.
He's going to jail, but he got in trouble.
He's one of these guys, like, you give a whole bunch of warrants, they just put you in there for like 20 days. How long is he in for?
He'll be out this week, but he's in and out all the time, so...
All right. Okay. All right. I would just put him down, by the way, and I'd put a collar on you that just had
electrified.
No. It would just be one of those pins that went in your neck, and doses of estrogen or hormones would just go in there and just keep you sterile constantly. And the fact that as a society we have zero plan for the folks that are just out there sort of polluting with their offspring. You know what I mean? Just banging out one kid from this dude, and here's another felon, crank out a kid from this guy. I know I'm a broken record with this, but we don't want to address it. Never comes up. There's a few things that never seem to come up, and I'm always curious about it. I'm curious why the president doesn't say, like, hey, everybody, we could save a lot of electricity if you guys would just shut the lights off in the room when you left. Like, I know it sounds kind of passé, but wouldn't it be cool? Wouldn't it be cool to hear just some sort of basic, normal messages from the president? Hey, you welfare moms, you deadbeat dads, you quit crapping out the kids so we could get the school system up and running.
He needs to run a military, though, after all. He needs somebody to fill those spots.
Well, that is true. He does need folks. To all right,
so here's the deal with the bleeding. Not having your period, number 1, 2, 3 causes is pregnancy. There are many others, included ovarian cyst, endometriosis, changes in your hypothalamic pituitary axis, but Angel's hearing none of that.
Right.
Fact is, she had unprotected sex, could be pregnant, needs to get a pregnancy test.
All right, everyone, please decide whether you're stupid or not. And here's what I want to know: do people admit they're stupid? Do you look in the mirror?
Occasionally,
and go,
we actually like those people. When they
I like those people too. Do they look in the mirror and go, "I'm white trash. I can't control my actions. I have the body of a 22-year-old woman, but I have the brain of a retarded 4-year-old village idiot." You know what I mean? Like, I can't. I have no function. I can barely control my bowels. Like, do they admit that to themselves, or would that be a further evolution?
Well, it seems to me that if you actually would admit that to yourself, you'd have to change.
Right.
If you really vividly understood that.
All right. I'm just saying. I just want the state to tag these animals. Shani?
Yes.
25?
Yes.
What's happening?
I was just calling because me and my boyfriend for the past year, we have been trying to get pregnant, and I can't. And I was just trying to find out, is that common?
1 year.
By me being young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's common. It can take average takes about a year, and you could get some.
Unless your boyfriend's in the joint, I'll tell you, if he would quit his job and go into the joint,
lose his teeth,
you get knocked up almost immediately. Yeah, and if he started beating on you and had sex with your niece.
Three kids.
Oh, at least, yeah, brood.
Shawnee, if you have any questions, why don't you sing a doctor about this? If you have any fertility concerns,
well, she's 25 and
simple and effective treatments. Oh, you're not married?
No,
boyfriend.
Not married, but we have been talking about getting married and everything. But I think his thing is, I believe this is what it is. He probably he wants to marry me, but he wants a kid, and I know he probably
wants a what?
Like if I can't give him one, he probably don't want a
kid. He wants a kid. Now here's the here's the thing. In a way, see, I mean, maybe you don't want to admit this, but you sort of feel like if you can get pregnant, you can lock this elusive guy in, right?
No, that's not true. I mean, I am ready. It's like.
Now, I know you're ready, but I mean,
it's not time. You're not married. You don't have a place to bring a family in.
He's not going to commit unless you get pregnant. He's not going to marry you.
I feel we're committed. We've been together for 3 years.
You would like to get Shani though. You would like to get married. True or false? True.
All right,
and
push him.
He would not like to get married.
He brings it up all the time.
Well, why don't you get? Well, you want to get married,
and he wants to get married.
He brings it up all the time. Forget about marriage.
Okay.
Let's.
You want to go to Disneyland?
Let's bring up. Yeah.
And he brings it up all the time.
Let's bring up eating Italian. It's just you got a craving for meatballs. He's got a craving for lasagna.
He brings it up all the time.
He brings it up all the time. Let's never eat Italian. Does that how life works?
No.
No. If we all know, you would be you'd be like Mama Celeste, and he'd be like Chef Boyardee.
So
wonderful. He should be stripped of his chef status. By the way,
really, it could be Cook Boyardee.
Yeah, you put enough corn syrup in with the raviolios, we strip you of your ranking of chef. My point is. He does not want to get married. You want to get married. He brings it up every once in a while to shut you up, but you want to get married. He doesn't. You feel like if you got pregnant, that would get you married. I'm not saying you don't want the kid, but there's also an element of wanting to settle him down.
That's not true. I mean,
it has to be true.
That's not true. I mean, I feel that I am ready, and I feel that he's ready. It's not like I'm trying to trap him or anything, because that's not what I want at all. Because I don't want to be like that's my baby's daddy. You know what I'm saying? I want to be married, and you know what I'm saying. Not have.
I know.
So why don't you get married?
I know. Oh, hold on a second.
This is what you're saying about looking in the mirror. This is that person.
Yes. Okay. There's a few things I've learned from the brief time I've known Shani. One is she wants to get married. The other thing is he doesn't want to get married.
Oh,
but
I didn't learn that.
Oh well, he brings it up all the time. Yeah, I'm cutting through the haze here. She did mention earlier in the call that he doesn't want to be with someone who can't have his kid. He wants a kid. He wants a child.
So that's the way to establish her bulkhead.
That's what she said at the beginning of the call. He doesn't want to be with someone who can't have a kid. He wants a kid, and he wants to be with that person who has his kid. But as soon as I do the math and say, well, you want to get pregnant, then no, it's nothing. Nothing could be further from the truth.
All right, how dare you?
Yeah. How many miles off here am I, Shani? 1,000,000 miles or kabillion light years?
You're not that far off, but
okay.
I just don't want you guys to think that I'm trying to trap him or nothing
well,
like that.
The other thing I've learned is you don't want to get into that baby's daddy stuff.
Right.
Which, but you're trying to get pregnant and you're not married.
But you want to get married.
Right.
That's baby's daddy. That's
baby's daddy territory.
Baby's daddy.
Yeah.
That's the first step to the baby's daddy part. So here's the thing. You could, after a year of trying, you could probably go to some fertility doctor and start looking into it. But I would be more truthful about what you want, and I would go ahead and call him out and say, "Look, I don't want to trap you into something. If you want to get married, we're going to get married, but it's not because you get me pregnant."
Right.
All right. And don't be afraid to ask for what you want.
Ladies, what is that? Don't be afraid to assert what you. Be honest about what you want and go ahead and say it.
Well,
somehow the guy's going to scamper off if you're honest.
The reason you don't ask for what you want is because you think you know what the answer is.
Well,
and you think that answer is bad.
Well, if then that's the answer. You're not going to change that. Guys don't change.
No,
you're going to end up with a baby with that guy left.
I know, but it's better to live in a sort of half fantasy retardo land where you're still hanging on to a dream than the reality of being alone.
Yep.
All right. Heavy. Jesse?
Yeah.
17?
Yeah.
What's up?
Hi. I'm about 4 months pregnant, and my boyfriend is 20, and he just recently cheated on me with my best friend about 3 weeks ago, and she has herpes, and I guess they did it unprotected. That's what they tell me. She told me it's been going on for like 2 weeks, but he told me it only happened one time.
Yeah, you gotta believe him.
Oh, well, she's kind of psychotic. Like, she, rubbed it in my face after it happened. She's like, yeah, it was good, and I would do it again, and da-da-da-da.
Definitely.
What kind of friend is that?
Yeah, that's what she hears.
That's what she told me. I called her bawling my head off, like, how could you do this to me? And she was like, yeah, it was good, too.
No, she didn't say that.
And
she did not say that.
Now, here's the thing.
Wait, what did she say? I'm dying to know what she actually said.
Chicks don't know what people say. They only know how they feel.
I know.
And they translate that into what they said.
Let's see if we can get what she said.
You're not going to get it. Go ahead.
Jesse?
Yeah.
What did she say to you?
She told me it was good, and she would do it again if she had the chance.
And what was the question you asked her? Would you say, would you do it again?
1 to 10, how would you rate him?
I asked her, why did she do that to me? I said, you're my best friend. I loved you like a sister. And she was like, I don't care.
Wait. What were her actual words?
Let me explain. Drew, do it to me. Come on, I'll say how it went.
I don't understand why you would do this. I loved you like a sister.
Yeah, why? You think you're my best friend?
You're my best friend in the world. I can't understand why you would do this. Why did you do this to me?
He was awesome. He nailed me. He banged the bejesus out of me. I sucked him dry. And I would do it again.
But why? Why? I don't understand. I'm confused.
I would do it again.
But you're my best friend. I loved you like my sister.
What time is it? I'd like to be doing it later on tonight. He was hot. He was hot.
I couldn't help myself.
Nailed me good. Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, that's what she said.
That's exactly how it worked. Yeah. Jessie called and said she found Jessie's pregnant, found out her boyfriend was on top of her best friend and called and said, sweetie, oh my,
what was that about?
What's that about, sweetie? You're my best friend, and I love you like a sister. And she's like, yeah, it was good. I'm going to do it. No, she called screaming.
Screaming, you bitch.
She dropped the C word like 70 times in a row, and the chick fired back with, I'd do it again, too. It was good.
Yeah, I'm tired of your crap.
Yeah. All right.
Is that more like it, Jesse?
I didn't say anything bad to her. I was crying so bad.
You just called saying, sweetie, I thought we were best friends, and she just kept saying it.
Yeah.
Okay, if that's true, if what you're saying is true.
Your friend needs a CAT scan.
Not only that, you have the worst judgment and the worst taste in people of anybody on the planet.
Well, plus, I guess I should have known because she used to tell me that she had dreams about having sex with him and stuff.
Yeah.
That's not what we're talking about, Jesse.
No. Hey, everyone's hold on. What's going on tonight where everyone's just locked into their own retarded fantasy land of what reality is?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's the greatest. Oh, you effed my boyfriend. That's cool because you're my best friend, sweetie, and you're like a sister to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's such a delight. All right, Jesse. What about the guy? What's his status now?
Well, he already has a kid by another girl, and he doesn't really see that one, and he's kind of in and out of jail and everything. I don't know.
Really? I'm just gonna kill myself, Drew.
Is your friend Jesse
in
and out of jail too?
Well, because he had unlawful sex with a minor. Yeah.
Is your friend Jesse in and out of jail also? I'm gonna leave that one be.
I'm Jesse.
That's Jesse.
No, I beg your pardon. Is Jesse your friend that's had sex with him? Is she also a criminal?
No.
Her behavior, what you described, is absolutely, completely antisocial criminal behavior. So the only way that story makes sense is if you like to hang around people who are criminals.
What is
No, I don't like to hang around criminals. The way he explained the story to me was that, the girl he got pregnant, she was 17, he was 18, it wasn't a big deal, and then as soon as she got pregnant, her mom pressed charges against him, so he went to jail for it.
It's tough. Yeah.
And now I'm pregnant by him, and
And you're 17.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Hold on a second. Nobody's with me in my plan just to put these guys down? No patterns, no whatever, nothing? Can't tag them, can't monitor them, can't do anything with them? All we do is just sort of clean up after them? They're just like some rabid bear that been terrorizing a campsite, just tearing. Here's the deal, everyone. Just tearing into campers and mauling kids.
Cannot judge.
It's the same bear. We see it stagger into the campsite. At a certain point, don't we just mount up and go get it and just put it down? Do you know what I'm saying?
You're judging.
I know.
You're judging again.
I'm good at judging. It's one of my things. I just sit around and judge all goddamn day. All right. Well, it's too bad. Nothing.
Retarded, like you guys say. I swear I'm not. I'm actually very smart.
No, clearly. So what's your plan? Can you get an abortion?
No, I'm too far along, and I don't believe in that anyways.
All right. Well, it's nice to meet an old-fashioned girl.
Has he had sex with you since he contacted the herpes?
See, that's the thing. He was with her, and then he came back and had sex with me, and I didn't know that they had been together, so I'm just wondering what my chances are of getting herpes, because what I've heard is that you can't get it unless the guy is actually, like, broken out with it or whatever.
That's not true. You can get it easily without there being an outbreak, but you don't have to get it. So you need to talk to your doctor. They need to do a pelvic exam and see. Yeah. It can be pretty
I did talk to my doctor, and he said there's really no way to test for it until you've already broken out with it.
That is correct.
Well, so now it's just a waiting game.
It's a waiting game, but take about up to 2 weeks to know for sure.
It'd be nice if you gave birth before the herpes broke out.
Well, I'm just wondering, like, how is it going to affect my child? Because
hopefully you won't have it.
Oh, listen, what do you care? What are you going to do?
What do I care?
This kid's going to be president or something? Don't worry about him. Just let your mom raise him, would you?
Do you think I should still work things out with him?
No.
God.
He's a criminal.
He tells me he's like found Christ now, and he's like not going to ever cheat on me again and everything.
Right, he found Christ. Yeah. Genius. This guy's borderline retarded. Didn't you say you were smart?
I'm very religious, so I don't know. I guess I'm just figuring that if
you're super pious,
maybe he can change. Please. I don't know.
Your chastity and piety is really impressive.
Yeah, it's really clearly very religious. Yeah, hang around with felons, pregnant at 16. Yeah, just like Sally Fields in The Flying Nun.
I got pregnant on the pill. I took my pill every night at the same time, and I still got pregnant. So how do you explain that?
Immaculate conception. Listen, look, here's the thing, Jesse. You don't sound nearly as dumb as half the idiots we talk to on this show. This guy is a piece of work, and he's a piece of ass. You need to get your head straight. There may be more for you in this life. Well,
not the way she's going.
Here's your plan. Crap this kid out. Leave these idiots, okay? Just leave them behind you. Have your mom help you. Have your family help you. Raise the kid. Get some education and move forward. All right?
I have a lot of support, and I'm going to go to college and everything still. So.
Hopefully so.
Good. All right.
I still am very concerned about these distortions she has. The severe distortions.
Yeah.
There's no way the friend said that to her unless Jesse was going off on her.
But you know what I love about human beings? The guy already did a little stint in the joint because he knocked somebody 17-year-old up as an adult, and then
does it again.
Lo and behold, knocks another 17-year-old up.
Then
has no idea where that kid is.
Right.
Then hops on top of Jesse's best friend, and it's not going to be part of this kid's life either. Here's the deal. If you just it's like you're basically just driving down the freeway, just dumping trash out of your windows. You drive down the highway. We can't pull these guys over. Get them to stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just polluting the country with their offspring. Nothing? Not interested? Nobody? Nothing. All right. Fantastic. Kid's going to be president. Let's take ourselves a little break. Jessica wants to know about having a strap-on sex. Hold on a second. I'm back. Jessica?
Hello?
What's happening? Who's in the background?
I'm my roommate.
Okay. She hot?
What?
Is she hot?
Yeah, they all are.
Oh, okay, because I said he.
Well, I don't have any guy roommates.
All right, hold on. What's wrong? I'm going to kill myself. I said, is she hot 3 times, and I got the he. No, she. All right, look, I'm regrouping. Drew?
Yeah.
Drew's going to put his head in the toilet.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to stuff my head in the tank.
Okay, good.
Because is there a full moon out? What's going on outside? Something's going on.
No, it's like a total new moon. It's very strange looking.
New moon. Ooh. We will take a break. We'll get back because Jessica has a strap-on question. Wants to be with her lady friend. All that after this.
LoveLine. We'll be right back.
Please hold.
The one and only Live 105.
Yeah! It's bitter old Pops Corolla and his left-hand henchman, Dr. Drew. We'll get back to the phones. First, the phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. When we left off, we were speaking to Jessica. Jessica, 20. Jessica?
Yeah.
All right, so now, you had a question about a strap-on?
Yes.
All right. What's the question?
I haven't been with a guy before. Well, I haven't had sex with a guy before.
Ever?
And no.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my girlfriend are talking about getting a strap-on, and I just kind of want to know, like, what to expect.
Well...
You mean you're worrying about your hymen rupturing?
But yeah, about that. Well, not so much about that. I just want to know, like, if there's anything we should be careful of, or... Like,
well, first off, you can pick up a good used strap-on in the penny saver.
eBay now.
Oh, eBay's good, too. Now, the recycler, you're calling from Sacramento. The recycler will come out Thursday. You want to get it early and get those calls in early.
Should you go to garage sales? Sort of fish around the night before?
I've had some luck with strap-ons and garage sales, but mainly the thrift stores, especially the ones by like the Cancer Institute and stuff like that.
Okay, fair enough.
Have certain charities.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jessica.
Yeah.
You're going to be. Are you going to be on both ends of the strap-on?
Eventually.
Eventually. You're wearing first. Oh, you're wearing first.
Uh-huh.
That's good. And is there any, I've seen it in the porn movies, is there any simulated oral with it, or is that just a porn move?
I don't know. I think that's kind of stupid. It's probably just...
Yeah, that's a time waster.
More for guys' enjoyment than anything.
Yeah, because there's certain moves I see in the porn world where I'm like, give me a break.
Yeah.
I never seen that. Although I've had a strap on a million times. Never had a girl put her mouth on it. Just slipped up there, Drew. Yeah, the other fake porn move is the one where the chick gets the decoration on the chest and enjoys it, rubs it in. Like, oh, yeah, finally. Finally semen on my boobs. Oh, finally. It's awesome. I love it. I love it.
God.
You know, as soon as they cut, she's like, give me a ounce of Purell in the joint. It's horrible. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so what about it? Do you have a hymen?
I've never bled during any kind of sexual activity, so I'm assuming.
Well, but you never had any intercourse.
Well, yeah, like I've had guys bang me and stuff. I haven't ever.
Oh, the finger.
Yeah.
Little dusting of finger blasting. Okay. Hey, so Jessica, well, I would say go get yourself, don't go over the top with it.
Okay.
You know, get yourself a moderate-sized one. Also, now some of the newer ones actually have a lower lumbar support built into them, like a back support. Like
no way.
You see the guys at the Home Depot.
Right,
got
sure.
The thing. Yeah,
they think a little suspenders to it.
The suspender comes over the top. It's got that wide back thing. It's good for the lower back. I've seen the other ones that have the Velcro side for the TV remote, and the other one place to put your keychain. Sure. You want to get a moderately sized one. Lube? I would say you want to use some lube, right?
Yeah. You don't want to put it.
You don't want to go back door,
right?
And then go front door,
right?
Yeah, you go front door, back door. Yeah. Are you planning any back door action?
No.
Okay. But you stay open to it.
You never know.
You never know. That's the whole thing.
I'm just very open-minded, very liberal.
Stay open-minded.
Tomorrow's a new day. And are you sort of biologically homosexual, or were you created in the basement?
I don't really know. I mean, I've never had any kind of sexual abuse. I have great male role models. I just...
You're just
I
lesbian.
just found myself very attracted to my girlfriend, so...
Mm-hmm. And attracted to other women as well?
Yeah, I have been.
All right, so you're into it. And how about your girlfriend?
She experimented some before we got together, and just like I don't know, pretty into it.
Mm-hmm. Would you ever think about letting a guy, if you dug a guy, would you let him watch?
Nope.
Come on.
Yeah, we've talked about having threesomes before, and
Jessica, do you dig at him?
Who's your radio buddy? Come on now.
Yeah.
You let me watch,
just
right?
Put the phone up. We'll let you listen.
Yeah, that's not even close. For a chick, that's kind of like, it's just, 6 of
one of our callers, it might be better.
Other.
Might be better for our calls.
How are you attractive, Jessica?
Yeah, I'm all right. I don't get much complaints.
You don't get complaints?
Not much complaints.
Yeah, been some written stuff, but not too much. But you shouldn't be. She has a little tat over her vagina that says a suggestion box. Plate box.
Hey, I have another question.
Yeah, how about a nice bath before? That'd be a great tat.
Even these
awesome, calls are, all right, but hold on. What an awesome tat that would be.
Complaints?
Just here's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is you get a chick, she's shaved downstairs, and there's a tat right above her vagina that says suggestion box and an arrow just pointing down. That's funny stuff. That is good stuff.
Never gets old.
It does not get old. Yeah, because they don't really have a complaint box.
They do, but they always call it something else.
They call it something else. Suggestion box. Ultimate. Yeah. Drew, I'm going to write that down. All right.
Let's finish with Jessica. Do you want to?
Are we done with her?
I don't know.
Yeah. Jessica?
Yeah.
Get that tattoo for me, would you, sweetie?
Hell no.
All right. And so you guys going to go get this. You're going to try it out. You're going to be on both ends of it. Sounds fantastic.
Yeah, I'm just going to watch.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of women getting off wearing strap-ons before?
Wearing them? Well, in the movies again, but
only in the movies.
No, I would highly doubt that.
Seems a hard trick to pull off.
Although, do you orgasm easily?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this could work for you.
Yeesh.
And by the way, they probably have one these days that has a little something
for the other end.
Little push me, pull me. Push you, pull me, whatever Drew calls
push me,
it.
Vibe you.
Yeah. The point is they must, because they now make everything.
Right.
They now make everything. There used to be, when I was growing up, there was about 6 things you could put up you. Now there's a cornucopia of items that will go up you.
Emphasis on the corn.
There's a cornucopia of things that will go up you. And I bet they make something that's got a little something for the user, too. All right.
Here we go.
All right. Sarah?
Yes?
21?
Yes.
What's up?
Well, like, when I have sex, I have to be physically abused, like, in order to get any satisfaction out of it, and it really freaks my guy out.
Mm-hmm. Were you physically abused growing up?
Well, yeah.
Okay. The way to think about this is that one of the hypotheses is that the part of your brain that has arousal gets sort of burned out by all that, sort of shattered by all that physical abuse. And so in order to sort of make that part of your brain even experience arousal, you have to have very high levels of stimulation. Thus, all this sort of physical...
Is there any way for me to get that without having to be choked or smacked around or something, you know?
Yeah.
Do you know what hypotheses means, Sarah?
No.
All right.
Thoughts or ideas or unproven... theories.
Chris, you dodged a bullet there.
No, I knew what that meant.
All right, buddy. All right.
And there probably are other things, but they also need to be very, very arousing. Mm-hmm. And the reason you choose physical is it's sort of a way of sort of re-evoking those same traumas.
Well,
Strangely, humans always do that.
Can you ever reverse this? And can you? Okay, you'll never cure it, but can you not? It's
kind of a fetish.
Can you not indulge it? And,
yes,
does it sort of scab over a little bit?
Yeah, it's sort of a fetish. If she could learn to be actually present and vulnerable and ask for things more genuinely in bed, which again, it's not something you see people can just step up and do when they've been through something like this. Mm-hmm. She could get over it, but it really probably takes some therapy for that to happen.
Sarah?
I try not to do it, and it's just like, I try to just like be normal, and like I get nothing out of it. You know, I feel like I'm there, but
here's the other thing, too. A guy always gets to have this sort of physical release. A woman, if it ain't happening emotionally, it ain't happening.
Yeah.
I mean, they have to go back to it. You know, a guy could sort of probably still just, all right, I'll just get off and watch some TV. You know, he could get away with it.
Yeah.
It's such an important element for a woman. Who abused you?
My stepdad.
Yes. Physical, sexual?
Physical. Because he wanted... My stepdad was very jealous of me. He wanted that type of relationship sexually as well, but...
Who?
He was abusive towards me because he was jealous of me.
Jealous, you mean because you turned him down?
Because he couldn't have me.
Right. Yeah. That's not jealousy.
I'm not sure if that's jealous of you.
That's not jealousy.
Well, when he explained it, he said he was jealous of me. That's why I never went anywhere and stuff.
Yeah. How old were you?
It was from the time I was 9 until 16.
How come he couldn't nail you at 9? What kind of abuser is this? You know what I mean?
How about Sarah having the ability to...
Were you fighting him off at age 9?
He never sexually touched me, and he wrestled with me and grabbed like my breasts and stuff, but like he never really took it any farther, and he got counseling for that, but he still was very abusive. He beat me up and stuff.
Who sent him for counseling for the grabby?
The state.
How was he sent for counseling for the grabby behavior?
He talked to his pastor because he started getting into church when I was like 16.
But what made him realize that was even wrong?
My stepdad was sexually abused growing up, and he didn't want to put me...
Oh, boy.
Yeah, you can rest assured your mom was sexually abused, too.
Right.
Yeah. She should hate... Does she like her dad? She like Grandpa?
Huh? No, my grandfather's not like that. My mom's never been through anything like that.
Why'd she hook up with this guy? Something's up with your mom. She wouldn't have chose this guy and brought him home.
Right.
Well, the abuse didn't start until like a couple years after.
No, that's totally different than that. Why don't you say so?
Yeah, because it could happen to any of us.
Right.
If Drew met himself a nice woman and got married, he could start raping the kid after, about 18 months. That's called a cool-down period in the automotive business. All right, Sarah. Listen, baby, you got to get some therapy. You were horribly abused for many years, terrorized. How about a little therapy?
Okay.
And just because
I know it's a very confusing concept, but...
Sarah, here's the deal. Only people that have significant problems will involve themselves with somebody like your stepdad. So that's why we know your mom also has problems. So both parents...
I know I'm getting very preachy tonight, but is there any goddamn concept of any kind of therapy at all in this goddamn country of ours?
How dare you? You just need to choose to change, to be better, to put it away. Just declare yourself a virgin again and move on.
Hey, everything happens for a reason. What do you everything happens for a reason a-holes say about the 9-year-olds that are physically and sexually abused?
How about the 2 that were found murdered?
Hey, Drew. Hey, we can't question. Everything happens for a reason. Listen, everybody. Therapy is not, voodoo science. It helps people, and some people need it. Some people, it's a luxury. Like, I just go in there and complain about my dad missing a few Pop Warner football games. But for the folks that, about the last 350 people that called this show, it's a necessity.
It's a medical problem.
It's a medical problem. I don't understand why this isn't more accepted. And I do blame the powers that be. I do blame guys that are in power just talking about, seeking count, going to talk to their clergy or praying on this kind of stuff.
How about that runaway bride thing? The clergy, she just needs to talk out her stuff. She was psychotic. Now it turns out she was a shoplifter, and he was a crazy guy before and decided he declared himself a virgin now.
Yes.
There's psychiatric problems here.
But so here's the thing, everybody. You get some form of abuse. If you do get some, if you're lucky enough to be abused as a child, you then ride out the remainder of your life, and believe me, the childhood, that only lasts a few years. The rest of your life, it could be going on for another 80, 85 years, reenacting and living out this abuse. She's going to get strangled by every guy who's on top of her until eventually gets out of hand, someone puts a belt around her neck, and that's that. All right. Or you get some therapy at some point, you get some intervention, and you see if you can start working on this thing. That's everyone we've heard from tonight. You could basically do that.
Yep.
Or you just pretend like it doesn't exist. It doesn't really matter.
This all the business of, I dealt with that, or
that was in the past.
That was in the past, or I've declared myself a virgin. That's all total denial. It's BS.
Everything is in the past.
Right.
Everything.
Right.
Me yelling everything is in the past?
It's in the past.
So is that.
That's past.
No, that too. Of course, you idiots. Everything's in the past. Look, you could have been horribly, horribly burned when a napalm mortar went off in your foxhole in Vietnam. That would be in the past. Your ears would still be missing.
Right. You carry the scars.
40 years later, you still look like Freddy Krueger, But it was in the past.
Now, to go, hey, that didn't happen. It happened, but we're going to call it technicality. I'm going to expunge it. It doesn't matter anymore. I don't need to deal with it. I'm going to choose to pretend. No, I'm going to choose to move on as though that didn't happen.
True. Wouldn't it be great if people could be sexually abused in the future?
Nice.
That would be a cure. And that, by the way, you wouldn't have to go to therapy. I would leave you alone.
Yeah.
Like if you go, I'm a victim. My stepdad abused me a year, 2013. I'd go, all right, you don't have to go.
Yeah.
You don't have to go. But if it happened before this conversation, you need to get some therapy.
Therapy's for losers.
Drew, please.
You a Mormon?
Let's take ourselves a Drew on Drew. Take ourselves a little break. Be right back after this.
LoveLine. We'll be right back.
Please hold. The one and only Live 105.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam.
Oh, my God.
That's Dr. Drew.
Oh, my God.
All right. It's one of those nights.
Oh, my God.
It's one of those nights.
Afraid so.
Let's go. Let's get it going. Let's get it on. Kayla?
Taya?
17? What's happening?
Kayla?
Yeah, Kayla.
What's going on?
17.
Nothing. What are you doing?
Yeah. You sound hot.
Thanks.
All right.
So,
You got a question for us?
Yes, I do. Actually, I'm bisexual.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have been dating guys for a while. I actually have dated a girl before, and now I work with this girl, and I told her I was bi, and she drove me home, and she's like, I got to tell you something. I'm really confused. And she goes, so what is it like for you? And I go, well, I have Playboys in my room. I know I'm like bi, you know? And she goes, well, I do too. That's so cool because now I can have someone to talk to. So she took me home the other day, and she told me that she wanted to hang out because I just broke up with my boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I don't know, we've been together for a while. But her parents are
You've been getting it on with her?
Not yet, but I did with my other girlfriend.
All right.
Like,
well, you are you attracted to this girl?
Yeah, she's really pretty. I love her style. Like, she's kind of punkish, you know?
Yeah, she got her own thing going on. It's the I was sexually abused by my uncle thing. It's awesome.
Totally unique.
Hello?
I'm into Drew's style too. It's when he wears his slippers to work and he wears his flannel PJ bottoms that look like he made in them. That's what I'm attracted to. And now, Drew, you're into me too, right?
For the same reasons.
Wear the same sweatshirt with the dog hair on it every night.
Every night.
Awesome.
That day 40 is when I really turn on.
Awesome. All right, Kay. Yeah, Drew's hot. I'm hot. She's hot. We're all hot. Chris.
You are hot. I wish I could meet you.
Yeah, be cool.
Hey, Kayla.
Oh, that's Chris.
I have Playboys in my room, too.
Chris is hot, too. He has to hide him from his mom.
I have the one with Carmen Electra on it with the guitar.
Huh?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, so Kayla, what's your question?
I don't know how to tell my parents because her parents are Mormon and my parents are Mormon, and my dad kind of knows that I've done stuff with girls.
Were you a Mormon?
But, yeah.
And, why do you have to tell your parents?
Well, I just want my dad kind of to know, because sooner or later,
Why don't you break it in slowly? Why don't you just first tell him you're having sex with boys?
That's right. And then
start with
that.
that.
He knows that.
About 12.
He does?
Yeah.
What's your dad do? What?
I'm wild. I'm like...
Yeah, uninhibited. What did your dad do to you growing up? Did he neglect you?
Well, my mom and dad are divorced and stuff, so I don't know. I just
Was he not around?
For a long time.
What's
Yeah,
that?
until I was like 15.
He wasn't around.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of figured that.
So you got to pay him back.
Pay him back how? Just being a jerk? Oh, well,
Being a
you know what I
jerk.
did?
Tell him about your sexual exploits.
What did you do?
Tell me about it?
What did you do?
Tell you about it? Oh, well, I don't know.
No. You said you know what I did, and then you stopped.
Oh, not my sexual life, though. It's something I did bad at home. Like, one time I stole the car at night, and I drove it, and then I, like, crashed it.
Yeah.
And then I told him the next day.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
So mad.
All right, Kayla. You stick with ladies exclusively, okay, sweetie?
Why?
She doesn't procreate.
I don't want them genes getting out of you.
Hey, Hey, that's not true. I'm going to.
Oh, sure you are.
I one time. Oh, you want to know what I did?
What'd you do?
What'd you do?
No, what'd you do?
You did something? Why?
No,
What'd
you said, you know what I did one time? Then you stopped talking.
What'd you do then?
Well,
you just said, one time I took, it was at night. I could tell it was at night because the sun had been replaced by that other orb that wasn't as bright, and it was cooler. And I heard those bugs that make noise by rubbing their legs together. And those things, those bulbs that the city puts up, they call their hang over the streets, were lit up. And I took my stepdad's car and I drove it, but then I crashed it, but then I brought it back.
And then, oh my God.
I didn't tell him, and then he found out, and that's what I did. You want to know what else I did?
What else did you do?
What?
What else did you do?
I didn't do anything. What did you do?
Well, I didn't really do anything.
Okay.
Well, oh my gosh.
All right. Kayla, no kids. Come on, baby.
No kids. Okay.
Okay. What are you doing? You in high school?
Well, I got my GED, but I got really high scores, so I'm going to college.
No doubt, baby. Harvard, Brown, or Princeton. Yeah. Or maybe you should study abroad go to like Cambridge or something.
There may be a technical school, Caltech.
Oh, Caltech would be good.
MIT.
How'd you do in the engineering?
What do you mean engineering?
All right. So, Kayla, just get a job. Get a job hostessing.
I already have a job.
Well, what do you do?
I work.
Hold on a second, Kayla. Slow down.
That's enough.
Slow down.
No, I work at a fast food restaurant.
Okay. Listen, this girl, God bless you. You guys make a nice couple and have a nice relationship with her.
But I was
all right, but make sure and tell your dad.
Birth control.
Yeah.
If I'm going to have sex with guys, because I don't like the pill. Because I don't know, it makes you gain weight. It makes you moody.
Mm-hmm.
Condoms, you don't really feel anything. Like, I don't know. I don't like to use them. But I wonder what would be a good shot. People talked about
as a female, you couldn't experience
Depo would be good for you, Kayla. Yeah. That'd be fine.
Really?
Perfect. Yeah, perfect.
What is it like? What does it do?
You have.
Is it like birth control? Like
yes,
the pill?
it's like birth control.
Except you don't gain the weight and have the fluid. You bleed for about 3 months, then you lose your period altogether.
I got a shot in my arm, and it made me not be able to have babies. And then I started bleeding from my menstrual cycle, but then it wouldn't stop. And I had to use one of those cotton things you put in you that absorbed the blood that had the little string hanging off them. I'm not sure what they're called, but the thing that pushes them in you could be used as a telescope if you were doing like a play about pirates. Okay, everyone. All I ask for is that no one gets pregnant.
Yeah, no pregnancies.
No one get pregnant. And by the way, Canada and Mexico looking much better to me.
After tonight, yeah.
I know I make fun of Mexico.
Yeah, tonight.
And I've had some words to say about Canada, but I'm ready to move. Mm-hmm. You ready to go?
Yeah, let's go.
You going with me?
Tonight.
Chris, I'm going to need you to hold down the fort here, buddy.
All right.
By the way, your hair is looking good.
Oh, thanks, man.
You put a little gel in there or something?
Of course.
Yeah, it's good. It's a windblown look.
Nice.
Instead of just the blown look.
Right on.
Normally, it's like a guy finished in his hair. Now it's actually windblown.
Let's go to break.
It's usually blown. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
All right, guys, here's the deal. Looking to hook up? Call the Dateline. Sick of wasting time with the wrong person? Call the Dateline. One call's all you need to make. Call the Dateline.
1-877-889-DATE.
If you need help,
call LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191.
the one and only Live 105.
Well, that's the show, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow night at about the same time. And until next time, it's Adam Kroll for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for LoveLine is Ann Ingold. LoveLine is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.